Long ago, before the town of Black River was even a thought in anyone's mind, there was a small fishing village nestled along the southern coast of Jamaica in what is now St. Elizabeth. The villagers were simple folk, living off the land and the sea, with not much to worry about except for one thing: the strange, dark river that ran through the heart of the village. The river was unlike any other in Jamaica. Its waters were pitch black, darker than the midnight sky, and no one knew why. The villagers avoided the river as much as possible, believing it was cursed or haunted by duppies. They whispered stories of strange creatures lurking in the depths and of eerie voices that echoed across the water at night. But the wisest among them, the elders, would always say, "Leave the river alone. It's not for us to understand. Some things are better left a mystery." Now, as it happened, Anansi the spider, a creature known throughout the land for his cleverness and mischief, had heard about this mysterious river. Always one for an adventure, and never one to let a mystery go unsolved, Anansi decided he would be the one to discover the secret of the Black River. One night, under the light of a full moon, Anansi set off for the village. He skittered through the jungle, past the whispering trees and the chirping crickets, until he reached the banks of the Black River. The water was still and silent, as if it were holding its breath, waiting for something or someone. Anansi, being as bold as he was clever, dipped one of his spindly legs into the water. The moment he touched it, a shiver ran down his spine. The water was ice cold, colder than anything he had ever felt. But Anansi was not deterred. He was determined to solve the mystery, no matter what it took. As he stood there, contemplating his next move, a strange sound filled the air, a low, rumbling growl that seemed to come from the very depths of the river. Anansi's eyes widened, but instead of running, he grinned. "So there is something in there," he whispered to himself. The growling grew louder, and the water began to ripple as if something massive was moving beneath the surface. Suddenly, the river split apart, and out of the black waters rose a creature so terrifying it would have made even the bravest warrior tremble with fear. The creature was enormous, with scales as black as the river itself, and eyes that glowed a sickly green. Its mouth was filled with sharp, jagged teeth, and it exhaled a foul-smelling mist that hung in the air like a dark cloud. "Who dares disturb the Black River?" the creature bellowed, its voice rumbling like thunder. Anansi, ever the trickster, didn't flinch. Instead, he bowed low, as if in respect. "Good evening, great spirit of the river. It is I, Anansi the spider, who has come to pay you a visit." The creature snarled, its eyes narrowing. "Anansi? The trickster? What business do you have here?" Anansi smiled, his eyes gleaming with cunning. "I have heard of your great power, mighty one, and I seek your wisdom. They say you hold the secret to the river's darkness, and I wish to know the truth." The creature's growl softened, intrigued by Anansi's words. "The secret of the Black River is not for the faint of heart, Anansi. Many have sought it, but none have returned." Anansi nodded solemnly. "I understand the risks, but I am willing to face them. Please, Great Spirit, share your wisdom with me." The creature stared at Anansi for a long moment, as if trying to see through his clever disguise. But Anansi's charm was too strong, and the creature finally relented. "Very well, Anansi. I will tell you the secret of the Black River, but only if you can answer my riddle. Fail, and you will become a part of this river forever." Anansi's heart raced, but he kept his composure. "A riddle, you say? I'm quite fond of riddles. Go on then." The creature leaned closer, its foul breath washing over Anansi as it spoke. "I am born in the mountains and flow to the sea, yet in my depths the darkest secrets be. No light can touch me, no sun can warm in my embrace. Many lives I have torn. What am I?" Anansi furrowed his brow, thinking hard. He knew the creature was referring to the river, but the answer was deeper than that. He had to think beyond the obvious. As the seconds ticked by, the creature's patience wore thin. "Well, Anansi, do you have an answer, or will you join the others in my depths?" But Anansi was no ordinary spider. He was cleverer than any creature on the island. Suddenly, his eyes lit up, and he grinned. "Ah, I have it. The answer is the darkness itself. The darkness that hides the truth and keeps the river's secret safe." The creature let out a roar that shook the very ground beneath Anansi's feet. But it was not a roar of anger, it was laughter. "You are correct, Anansi. The darkness is the key to the Black River's secret." Anansi breathed a sigh of relief, but his curiosity was still burning. "And what is this secret, Great Spirit? Why is the river so dark?" The creature's laughter died down, and it fixed Anansi with a serious gaze. "The river is dark because it is the gateway to another world, a world where the spirits of the lost and the forgotten dwell. It is a place where the past meets the present and where the lines between life and death are blurred. The darkness is a veil that protects this world from those who are not ready to face its truths." Anansi's eyes widened in awe. "A gateway to another world? Incredible! But why does the river exist here in this small village?" The creature sighed, a sound like a breeze rustling through the trees. "Long ago, this land was a sacred place where the ancients would come to commune with the spirits. They built the river as a bridge between worlds, a way to connect with those who had passed on. But over time, the knowledge was lost, and the river became feared instead of revered." Anansi nodded, understanding now why the villagers were so afraid of the river. But he also saw an opportunity, a way to use this knowledge to his advantage. "Thank you, Great Spirit," Anansi said, bowing once more. "I will share your wisdom with the people, and they will no longer fear the river." The creature nodded, satisfied. "Go now, Anansi, and remember what you have learned. But be warned, those who seek to exploit the river's power will find themselves swallowed by its darkness." With that, the creature sank back into the black waters, and the river became still once more. Anansi watched it for a moment, his mind racing with possibilities. Then, with a sly grin, he turned and made his way back to the village. The next morning, Anansi gathered the villagers and told them everything he had learned. He explained that the Black River was not something to be feared, but something to be respected, a gateway to another world where the spirits of their ancestors dwelt. The villagers were amazed by Anansi's tale, and from that day on, they saw the river in a new light. They no longer feared it, but instead honored it as a sacred place where they could connect with the past and seek guidance for the future. And so, the village by the Black River flourished, and the river itself became a place of pilgrimage, where people from all over the island came to seek the wisdom of the spirits. As for Anansi, he was hailed as a hero, and his cleverness became the stuff of legend. But even as he basked in the glory, he never forgot the warning of the river spirit. He knew that some secrets were best left buried, and some mysteries were better off unsolved. But that didn't stop him from spinning new webs of adventure, always looking for the next great tale to tell. And that, my friends, is how the town of Black River got its name, thanks to the cleverness of Anansi, the courage of the villagers, and the dark, mysterious waters that connect our world to the next.